The Tommy Show is a variety comedy show featuring Tommy. You know, Tommy Snyder, co-host of the Cartoon Network Fridays programming block. He was by far more popular than his partner due to his childish antics and generally amiable nature. He really fit in with the kids around him, and his attitude blended perfectly with the cartoons airing alongside his shenanigans. It's no surprise then that he decided to pitch his own show to the network. The Tommy Show, obviously. What is surprising, however, is just how little information is available on it. I can't find any proof it actually ever aired, though I have apparently false memories of watching it, and only one upload of the pilot seems to have survived on the Internet Archive. It's kind of thrilling to have access to, given the circumstance. The show itself is weird, in a good way. It opens with an incredibly unfunny skit of Tommy workshopping one of his bits with a friend. It drags on for a while and abruptly ends with Tommy's pants being ripped clean off, out of nowhere, because, well, that was the only way to save it. It's self-aware humor, but not particularly self-indulgent. Any attempts at self-indulgence, in fact, are often turned deliberately on their head. The first proper skit is Tommy dancing to The Final Countdown, which was a veritable meme way back when this pilot was made. It concludes with him trying, and failing, to chug 2 raw eggs. He vomits, turns to the camera with his face red, and announces the title in a broken, raspy voice. Excellent. In general, Tommy seems like a genuinely funny guy who takes self-depreciating humor very well, and that's good because it's the backbone of the program. Nothing goes right for Tommy. He couldn't get an actual interview with Daniel Radcliffe, so he instead creatively spliced some footage together that makes it appear he's being interviewed. The ensuing uncanny reactions and surrealism are played for laughs, and end up making Daniel look like an absolute ditz. It's a bold segment, especially since many kids aren't likely to notice its fakery. Even when Tommy does get a genuine guest star, everything still goes wrong. The professional bike racer didn't want to bother bringing his actual bike to show off at some nobody's pilot, so they just end up playing with a toy bike on the floor instead, and it somehow all culminates in a poorly choreographed climactic sword duel, then a car chase. It's all tongue-in-cheek, and I'm sure kids would have loved its manic energy regardless. The couple storytelling skits the pilot offers are even wilder. Ketchup Clumps features a deliberately terrifying cereal mascot advertising a product made entirely from, well, ketchup. It's presented as a fake commercial wherein the children get canned green beans as prizes and are overjoyed at the rejuvenating taste of vinegar. I much prefer the second skit, where Tommy, playing the character TJ, is having trouble perfecting his bike stunt in time for the big competition. It's full of over-the-top acting, drawn-on eyebrows, and subversive parodical humor. It tries to openly poke fun at underdog story tropes, but descends into absolute madness in short order. To call it bad on purpose would be doing it a disservice. It's atrocious on purpose, with absolutely no regard for pacing or basic coherency. Absolutely wonderful. Tommy's style and personality would have ironically fit in real well on Adult Swim, given this. The pilot has a unique flair, the host himself has a good sense of humor, and I would have loved to see more from him. I can imagine any number of reasons the pilot never took off, but I can say with certainty that its target demographic would have enjoyed it. And hey, as a fan of screwball humor, I did too.